everyone, and welcome to the Bardic Inspiration Network. I'm Anne, and this is my channel. We are starting a brand new campaign, another Power Rangers RPG actual play called Lightspeed Reignited. This isn't the Lightspeed Rescue everyone knows and loves. I have taken liberties inspired by my favorite Power Rangers series, and we're going to tell a story that is a little bit grittier than a typical Power Rangers series might be, with a dash of CW drama for good measure. I would describe the vibes more leaning towards the 2017 movie. But before we get into all of that, I am going to have my players introduce themselves, um, uh, their name, their pronouns, their character and pronouns, and like a one sentence description of their character. And I'm going to start with Michael.
Oh, hi. I'm Michael, and I will be playing Mitchell. So if you've seen Lightspeed, then you have an idea. Been there's some tweaks though. If you thought Ryan Mitchell on TV was angsty and broody, just wait.
Great. And then we will go over to James.
Oh, hello. I'm James. I go by he, him. I will be playing the Ranger Jack. Uh-huh. Um, he goes by he, him as well. And very quick, he is a footballer from the Netherlands and an immigrant and a recent arrival and recruit. Um, and he has some connections. So we'll see how it goes. And I'm nervously excited for this whole thing. Yay! I don't know what
Um,
else to say.
I'm excited to have you. And next we have Sophia.
Hi everyone, Sophia, she, her, and I will be playing Dakota Dallas, also she, her, and she is also a athlete. In her case, she's a wrestler, a very, very good one who's come back home to Midway, seeking to find something. She doesn't know yet, but
I look forward to finding that out with you. Goodness. And last but not least, Andrew.
Hello, I'm Andrew. Some know me as the Magical Mr. Mephisto, if you're not into that whole brevity thing. I will be playing uh, Lorenzo Ren Velasquez, a Phantom Ranger with a very fun past that I'm sure we'll get to explore. Recently redispatched by a grid he's been trapped in for the last year after failing to protect his last team.
Much
I shall
angst.
see Michael's
Much.
edge and raise. I shall see Michael's angst and edgelordiness and raise him. Uh,
Brooding type.
no, I intend to be the brooding turned heroic. Good, sorry.
It's great. Um, we have assembled a it's fine, we got you.
Also, he him.
It's on the overlay too. Um, in case you I swear I know how I know how to technology. This is fine. Um,
Great, you're doing great. It's all good.
It's fine. It always takes a session or two to iron out the kinks of technology. Um,
I'm so used to being on Foundry, I don't have dice yet.
By the time
uh,
campaign's done, you are going to be an absolute pro at this, and it'll be all completely and utterly seamless.
that's fine. I'll figure it out later. We have captions. That's all that matters. We have 2 players who will be joining us next session. Elle, who will be playing our Red Ranger, Keegan, and Nox, who will be playing our Blue Ranger, Arcadia. But we'll meet them next week. For now, y'all know me. I'm Anne. I'm the GM and person who runs this whole place. Without further ado, let's get into our story. Mariner Bay has not been the same in the last 6 months. Aftermath of a hard fought battle has the entire city rebuilding. Uh, for some people, the process is a lot more difficult. But even if you weren't there that day, you would definitely feel the losses of that final battle. Whether you're just a regular civilian learning of the battle from the news, or you might have even been there rescued by the Power Rangers themselves. It changes people when half of an entire Ranger team gets wiped. And perhaps the needs of the many outweigh the few, and it was a necessary sacrifice to protect the city. It doesn't make it any less easy on those who are left behind. For some people, the memories are still as vivid as the day they happened. What I'd like to do is go around the table and I guess um, figure out where everybody is 6 months after demons have left Mariner Bay. Um, and I am going to start with. I'm going to go ahead and start. I'm going to go ahead and start with Ryan.
Of course you are. All right.
I'm sorry, okay?
I feel picked on
You're
already.
my favorite. I know you love it.
All right. So this is pre new team, right?
Yes, this is. So, what you would know is that in the midst of your tenuous relationship with your father, you would know that there is a sort of, I guess it would be sort of like a training camp or like a selection process where a number of people are invited to train with Lightspeed, and then from there, um, new rangers would be selected. It's like a cattle call in a really weird way. So essentially, uh, Lightspeed is about 3 months into this selection process. Yeah, so
Okay.
definitely pre-new team.
Okay. In that case,
Is Ryan even at home?
no, absolutely not. Uh, as soon as the funerals were all done, Ryan packed his bags and followed a lead to, let's just say, Athens, Greece, not Georgia.
Important distinction, yes. Yeah. Uh, so that is this the most recent trip? Is this just a long-term trip that you've been on for the last 3 months
I think
or
I th-
six
I think this
months?
one's become long term. Like there's there's a library at like a university in Athens that he has kind of moved into.
Um, okay.
Not above
Yeah. So
exploiting celebrity in this instance to like just be able to get access to books.
I think you have the student influence that gives you the benefit um, of being welcomed into
There's that too, yeah.
institutions for your particular area of study. So you
Also, if
get
headshots, I can hand them and like leave me alone.
in you get in contact with some academic types in Greece um, who give you access to their library, their occult uh, library. Sign a few autographs to get them to leave you alone. So how long would you say you've been in Greece? Like at this point? Because I know we discussed multiple trips.
I
If
think
this
if you
one
need,
has been your longest one,
yeah. Let's say a month. Like this is the like the latest lead. Let's say I've been here a month. Yeah.
um, you get a call. You know, usual call, only call you expect, because nobody knows to check in on you. You just disappear whenever you want, right?
Pretty much, yeah. So I did without even looking. I'll just like answer the phone on speaker. Hey, babe, what's up?
Um, on the phone is Brian's fiance, Sophie, who is at home in Mariner Bay. Um, is it a camera call? Is it like a FaceTime or is it just a speakerphone?
Uh, it's just speaker right now because he's still like reading, he's multitasking.
Hey, um, did I catch you at a bad time?
It's no, it's never a bad time for you. What's up?
I know you got into it with your dad last month before you left, but I feel like you should know.
Mhm.
There's been um, there's been progress in the research and development of the new Zords, and Fairweather figured out that for whatever reason, Lightspeed's connection to the Morphin Grid is barely barely functioning. It's barely there. It barely exists.
Yeah,
She
we
sus-
noticed. Yeah, I remember.
she she suspects that that might be the reason we fell short.
Flickered?
She did listen. I She gets quiet for a moment and then she says, um, they found a solution in the lab that might help our situation. And they need someone to go to Coral Harbor to negotiate the acquisition of a chemical substance called MorphX.
Of course, he wants me to go, doesn't he?
You're the closest thing Lightspeed has to a leader, a figurehead, someone recognizable that they could negotiate with.
Uh, I'm. My research is important. I wish he understood that. Not
I'm
just
sure
my
he
sister, it's his daughter.
I'm sure he understands that, but it's not just about
Do you even need a
her.
team? If there's a.
We're on the clock, Ryan. You know that. That victory isn't the end. It wasn't the end.
I'm well, what's why I'm here. This is- Sorry, I don't want to yell at you.
You know? You understand that's why I stuck
I guess
around.
this changes our weekend plans.
You gonna shuttle me up
Mhm.
to the space station to go visit my parents again? I can only stand so much space travel. No thanks.
No, I was going to show you the Parthenon, but
Okay, well, he
when's
also
the meeting? Because if I don't say yes to you, he's going to call me. He's going to call me right after you hang up. So
the meeting's in 4 days. You have time. And it's not to say you can't come back, you can't go back to your research. I think your dad also wants you
right.
to be more involved in the recruitment process. At least, you know,
I still there's
add
a
some input.
there's at least one whole other team. Why can't we be done? But yeah, it's fine. All right.
Because it's our city to
Okay.
defend,
Yeah.
Ryan. Still have 4 days, okay?
I know.
Look, I'll see you soon.
I know. Yeah.
Love you.
Yeah. I love you.
Um, the camera cuts to this golden blonde young woman, uh, 20, 21 years old, hanging up her phone. She is on a balcony looking out at the skyline of Mariner Bay. She walks out of her bedroom and heads out, leaves her house to go to um, Lightspeed headquarters. No longer an aqua base, um, Lightspeed has acquired a series of buildings in the distant industrial area of city, far enough away from the downtown core and residential areas, but with enough space for the organization to operate and continue linking up with emergency services and all of the other organizations in the city. The uh, pink convertible zooms past buildings, other cars, and arrives at the Lightspeed Aqua Base. She she is a medic by trade. However, on this day, she is observing the recruitment sessions that are happening at the base. She, as one of the surviving members of the Lightspeed team, has been asked to make notes and deliver insights as to who might be a good fit for the team based on her previous experience. We see her walk towards a room where a group of candidates are sparring, warming up, getting ready for another day of evaluations and training. Among them, two potential candidates. Um, and then we're going to zoom in on Jack, who is um, doing stretches, getting ready for his and, um, evaluations. Tell me, Jack, where were you 6 months ago, the day of that big battle?
Sorry, technical difficulties. Ignore me. I'm a professional. I know what I'm doing. Uh, it's hard not to. It's hard not to forget what happened that day. Um, it was a shock, shock introduction to the Rangers and what they were capable of. Um, I was actually also going through a training camp, as it were, tryouts. Um, I had traveled from the Netherlands um, once I had finished uh, with my city team. Um, I had tried to relocate, wanting to become part of the MLS, and was actually doing tryouts. There were scouts in the stands, along with uh, Shauna, um, Caitlin's daughter. Uh, she would always come and provide moral support. Um, but that day was not like any other tryouts. Um, they're down on the pitch and was focusing on my dribbling and my shooting, passing and such, trying to impress the scouts. Didn't even notice the individuals entering the stadium. It wasn't until I heard the screams was my attention distracted.
Yeah,
There
that
were
day, that day when the hordes of batlings attacked, and you remember them, you would know them if you saw them. They were bat-like humanoid creatures that were wreaking havoc on the pitch everywhere in the city.
I wasn't sure exactly what was going on, but the one thing which I did know was that these batlings were attacking the innocent people who had absolutely nothing to do with whatever it was that they had to do. And I just knew that Shauna was in the stands and I had to get to her.
Yeah, and you hear it from a distance, that familiar tiny voice that you know so well and love so dearly, struggling against these batlings. Let me go! Ah! And she's fighting them
Get off
off,
her.
trying, and then
I would,
they batlings release Shauna, but they look at you, and that is where they would attack. Do me a favor, James. Roll me your d20 plus your melee or your melee attack skill, finesse or might, whichever one is highest for you.
oh, wow. All right. Let me just see here. That would have to be my finesse.
Uh-huh.
Okay. Yeah.
Go ahead and roll that for me.
Total of 13.
Okay. You are sorry. I mean, you are a fairly athletic lad. You are trying your best, and you do manage to fight off the batlings. Do you get anywhere near defeating them? Not this time around, but you do manage to fight
No,
them off to get Shauna to safety. I'm so scared.
he was trying so hard. I know. I know. Sweetie, it's okay. Look, they were bigger than you. You did what I taught you to do. Okay, you were fighting, you were screaming, you were kicking, you were punching, you were yelling, you were doing anything you could to get away, and that's exactly what you're supposed to do. Draw attention to yourself. If you can't get away, get others to notice you. I found you, didn't I?
Yeah.
I found you.
Why are they doing? I'm so scared. Before you can answer, Jack,
I don't know, sweetie.
there's a sound of a huge explosion in the background. You can
I
see from a
instinctively kind of
distance.
cover over.
You can, as the batlings scatter and move on to different victims, different targets as the crowds disperse. You can see above the city line um, robotic, um, these giant robots, um, two of them, uh, fighting off this demon like creature. Um, I want you to make me one more roll. I want you to make me an alertness check. If you have the perception specialization, you may roll with a specialty.
I do. Perception. Let's
Right.
see here.
So what you
That
would
and
do
that.
is you would roll all of the dice up to your alertness skill, all of them. And then you pick the
That
highest
would be,
result of the skill die plus your d20.
see here, that would be a total of 22.
This have this feeling of being watched. You definitely feel like you're being watched. And there's definitely someone around who has noticed you. But when even no matter how hard you look, you don't catch who it was that was watching you. You do
I'll
you
turn
do
back to Shauna.
distinctly have that feeling of being watched.
Eyes are on me from somewhere.
What?
Turn
Wait,
back to Shauna.
can we go can we go see mom? Is mom okay?
I'm sure she's fine. She's safe. Okay, everything that's happening is happening out here. It's not back at her work. All right.
I want to go see mom.
We will. We will right now. Okay. And I'll just scoop her up into my arms and I'll carry her out of the stadium and head towards Central.
Yeah. We focus back on Sophie, who is taking notes, writing notes about Jack in particular, as she's noticed him first. Um, and then she lays her eyes on a more familiar subject, someone that she's known in passing from high school. She's heard of her. Who hasn't heard of Dakota Dallas? Um, let's go over to Sophia. 6 months ago was a very intense time in Mariner Bay. What was going on with Dakota?
I imagine Dakota had been back for just a little bit and was probably helping, like maybe run like a weekend wrestling camp for some kids at the time.
Would she have been outside anywhere near the chaos, or would she have learned about it secondhand from a different way?
She would have had to learn it. It would have been inside. It would have been like inside a gym at the YMCA or something.
I picture it very much like, you know how there might be like a TV in like a waiting room or something. I just imagine that like it's like a community center sort of vibe, and then there's like a TV off in the corner playing the news. Um, and that is how you learn about the situation in the city. Um, before you can really do anything else, there's a rumbling, almost earthquake like. Um, you know that whatever it is, it's not that far away. Um, it's close enough that it freaks people out around you.
Right. Dakota was, being like trying to keep everybody calm, keep everyone in the gym where it seems relatively safe. Like you don't want people running off uh, to do thing or to get hurt somewhere else or something. Um, if there's any parents there, she'd be, working to like help them talk to their kids to get them, help them keep the kids calm and stuff.
You start to disperse the kids back to their parents as best as you can. You're doing a relatively good job. The problem is when you try to, find your way out. At everyone's trying to go home, everyone's trying to leave, and it's chaos. You can see out the window of the gym that the fight is off in the distance, but it's close enough that you can see it. It's
Right.
big demon, couple of robots. Yeah, the threat is real.
Yeah, so like she's gonna, try to leave and go home, I guess. Even though I guess the smart thing would probably be to just bunker down in the gym, but she, if she's getting everybody else out, she'd leave as well.
It's one of those things where it's a little too close for comfort. Like the fight is it's not it's not right next to you, but it's like everybody wants to leave, and when you're afraid, logic doesn't necessarily always override your fear. Um, you, I guess, find your vehicle or however you got to the gym and drive out. Um, but you come across a scene of just pure and utter chaos. Um, burning buildings and people getting caught. They it's almost like the closer you are to the fight, the more chaos and destruction is. And there are people trying to leave that are having problems getting out, whether they're stuck in the fire or there's a door being blocked. Um, you're right at the edge between where it might be safer and then chaos.
Right. So I think like seeing that there's people that need help, she's going to stop her car and get out and try to figure out, maybe try to maybe go to some doors first and get people out of these build that are trapped in some of these buildings.
um, yeah. Um, all right. Let me see. Give me a brawn check, please. Ooh,
What's the difficulty?
the difficulty is I'm going to say the difficulty is 12. There is a door. You hear someone struggling to open the door, and you hear a voice.
That's a
Help! I'm
5.
stuck. Um, hmm. Roll your d20 again. Roll it. We'll roll with an edge because there's somebody also trying to open the door.
Okay. Okay, there's an 18.
You manage to save this 10-year-old kid by, helping him get out of his house. It's it's like his house is kind of in the splash zone of there's just like debris and things flying from the fight. He's not necessarily in any immediate danger, but he is terrified and wants to go somewhere safe. It's like, um, Thanks.
Um, I guess, is there like he's a 10-year-old kid, so she's not just gonna let him run off. Is there like rescue or something, like I don't know, an ambulance or something where she can like take him to presumably be safe?
Yeah, I mean, there's first responders and other kind of local teams around that you could actually do that with. Um, you you get the sense that you are being watched as well. No matter how hard you try to look, don't know where that feeling is coming from, but someone is also watching you.
Okay. Like, can I? Is it just like a the hairs on the back of my neck raising up, or is it something
Like,
like if I look around, do I actually see something?
you don't actually see anything when you look around. It's just an uncomfortable feeling like you're being watched.
Okay.
It's really weird. It's extremely weird. But um you move you move on with what you're going to do next. Um so do you go ahead and continue on your way, or try to assist the emergency services?
Well, I would imagine she tries to help where she can. She's already stopped. She's already here, so she's gonna, keep trying to help where she can.
Back in the present day, you remember that day, that feeling of, helping out and being there, and just feeling like you were helping. It might not have been the path that you envisioned for yourself, considering the turn that your career took, but for a minute it felt good, to help out. Um, you roll me an alertness check, please. Perception, if you have the specialty.
The dice don't like me today. That's a 6.
You don't notice that you are being watched by Sophie, who is writing notes about you. Um, but she's paying attention to several of the candidates. Hmm, she sticks around for about half an hour before um, someone who is familiar to you, former Blue Lightspeed Ranger Chad Lee, a tall, muscularly built Asian man, um, enters. It's another one of those martial art training evaluations. You guys are going to have quite the day. Um, Several days pass. Ryan, it's about a day out from your meeting, Coral Harbor.
So I want to get back. I would have wanted to get back in time to not be jet lagged for whatever this meeting is. So I probably left all.
Yeah. and it's really strange, you know. Jet lag is a funny thing. When you wake up, the person you expect to be there with you is not there with you, and then you realize it's 3 o'clock in the afternoon, and she is not there.
Ugh, damn it.
Um,
Why did you turn off my alarm? Oh, Sophie.
um, um, yeah. So the interesting thing about Coral Harbor is that you know someone there. You know someone who moved there a few years back.
Do.
I don't.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't know if you. Remind me again. How that all played
Did
out.
not keep tabs. Did not keep in contact.
Did not. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-mm.
This is gonna be really fun. Um, you get.
I, I got too involved in my books and just drifted. Also, he was my sister's friend. So
Yeah, I could see how challenging it would be to hang out with that guy.
that guy's pretty challenging, yeah.
um,
Uh-huh. Yeah.
you have your briefing. Have your briefing. You're meeting with your father, who you haven't seen since you landed. And he's got his typically stern face, you know, very typical. It's almost like the two of you are at this impasse where, you know, you try to be civil with each other, and he says, "Wasn't sure if you were going to make it to the meeting, son, you know, jet lag and
Cap.
everything. How was your trip?"
Someone turned off my alarm. So
I'm sure she, I'm
fine.
sure she meant well. Wanted you to get some rest. Come on. I understand a frosty attitude towards me, but
I know.
okay. Well, I know that she told you about the
What's
Morph
this all
X.
about? What are we doing?
Are negotiating with
Whatever that is, yeah.
Commander Devin Daniels to acquire a chemical called Morph X. Apparently, Dr. Fairweather wants to use it to fuel our technology and also build a stronger connection to the Morphin Grid.
hmm This this Morphex. Is it is it some kind of artificial entanglement with the grid?
Uh,
Artificial connection? Is that what it's supposed to do?
Energy derived directly from the grid, as it turns out. This could be our best
Interesting.
chance. This could be our
Okay.
best chance to deal with this demon problem once and for all.
Yeah. Okay. When we're just trying to get them to give us a bottle.
Um, well, we get Commander Daniels on board, and then we can negotiate from there. Um, he's a he's an interesting one. Um, close enough in age that you guys might be able to relate to each other. We just need to sell him on the fact that Lightspeed is going to use this energy for a greater purpose.
Is that something he really needs to be sold on?
I
Like,
mean,
didn't didn't we didn't we just
if a stranger came up to you and said, "Hey, give me this energy source without context," sure.
I mean, I assume he knows who we are. Is multiple dead rangers not enough reason for him?
Look, we also foster connections with other teams and other cities in case it gets bad. It's a little bit of
Mm-hmm.
an ambassadorial mission. My my biggest
Mm-hmm.
mistake and my biggest regret was trying to do it all myself. And he looks sternly at you, Ryan, trying to make a point.
Actively dodges the point. All right. What else? What do you know about this guy?
Huh. Former Red Ranger had to take over leadership of the Grid Battle Force team when their original Red Ranger disappeared.
Ooh. All right.
Died, disappeared. We don't know what happened. Their big bad problem. Uh, as you can see, I'm a little disconnected from the rest of the ranger teams around our area. I'm trying not to repeat
Hmm.
my mistakes.
Fair enough. And we're sure they have enough of this stuff to spare. I mean,
They
obviously they need it.
uh well, part of the reason uh Dr. Fairweather sought this out is because they have moved away from using MorphX. Um, their team is mostly inactive these days, so it could be our chance to at
Hmm.
least get enough to have a good head start before the demons come around. Maybe Fairweather and her team can find a way to replicate the energy source. I don't really know. Um,
I mean, if anybody, it's Fairweather.
well, she has that intern that's been walking around the last 3 or 4 months. That's been really keen to get the Zords online. Software engineer. Um, anyway, we're getting close to at least rebuilding one set of Zords. We're getting close to having to make decisions on rebuilding the team. I know I don't necessarily agree with this process, but your opinion matters in this. Your say matters in this.
I guess that's the next step. We get the more effects. We form the new team.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's go. Let's go meet Devin. Is that what you said?
Devin Daniels, yes.
Devin. Devin.
Um, give me a persuasion check. Difficulty 16.
Okay. Where you at? My persuasion. This guy. How about a 9?
Yeah. You're trying your best. I'm gonna get. I'm gonna. Did you roll a nat
Gonna
one
circle
by any
back?
chance in your d20? No. Did you roll a nat one in your d20?
No, no. I
No.
would have called that out. Nope.
Okay. Nope.
I
It's
rolled
just
a
that.
5.
It's just a 5. Okay. 9 is fine, unless the difficulty is higher than 9. All right. In any case, the first round, the first conversation it doesn't go the best. It's not that Devin is resistant to the idea of uh uh providing some supply of Morph X. He's just you guys didn't hit it off that great. It's one of those awkward starts to a meeting. You're relatively
Doesn't help
sure.
that Ryan really doesn't want to be here. So
Yeah, it's a little bit awkward. You're not 100% sure how well that conversation went, but it's what happens after the conversation that it's what happens after the conversation that is really puzzling to you. I'm gonna circle back around to what happens. But first, we're gonna have a little visit with gonna have a little visit with Ren. God damn it, that is not what I wanted
into
to
the grid
finish.
we go.
Which section of the grid am I in right now?
Uh so you've been in a lot of places in the grid. You've seen some shit. But actually, the place you end up in this time around feels a lot like home.
Are we talking Mariner Bay or Coral Harbor home?
you you open your eyes and are actually in Mariner Bay. It's beautiful single family house. You don't it feels like home, but in your own personal memory you've never seen it before, but it feels in your heart like home.
Am I standing outside this single family home?
You are actually in the middle of um, a bedroom. Uh,
I
master bedroom
swallow hard and
size.
I look for pictures. Okay. I swallow hard and I look for pictures on the walls.
There, there's a picture.
Which
There's a picture of you with a year old little girl um, in your arms, um, just like hugging your neck. Uh, a wedding photo that you and your wife, best friend, person you've known
this was
forever.
I pick up the picture. Dana?
You look at yourself in the mirror and you don't recognize who you are. It's like you've aged several years.
Uh, can I
Not a
finally
lit-
grow like a decent beard or something?
yeah, you're like it's a little more than a 5 o'clock shadow, but like yeah, you're finally like you've got your
Damn,
you've got your big boy beard.
damn, I look good in this version. I'm aware that this has happened to me a few times, right? Like
Yes.
it's like waking from a dream into another dream, and I'm not sure which one's real or not. And
Yeah.
this time, I'm hoping this is the real one. I
And this
looking at the picture of this. Oh, go ahead.
so the distinct difference is that all of the other times this has happened has been felt this sense of I wouldn't even call it fear, just like uneasiness, like know that this is a bad place. But this is the first time you've felt like I don't want to leave here.
I searched my memories for when this picture was taken of me and this little girl, my daughter, Rosa, Rose.
She looks about 2 or 3, so you can kind of infer from there. Um,
I try to remember her first birthday.
um,
I
it
should be able
feels
to remember,
fuzzy.
right?
It feels fuzzy. There's images in your brain that are fuzzy, like static, like a
I set the
TV
picture of
not working.
I set the picture of Rosa. I've set the picture of her down and I grabbed the wedding photo. And I searched my hand for a wedding ring.
Just
It's there.
yeah.
I I turn it over in my thumb, like I must have done thousands of times before, right? This is. I set the picture down. I call out, Dana, Rose. I step out of the bedroom looking around. Did I
Mhm. Go ahead.
notice any pictures? I'm sorry. Before I left, did I notice any pictures of me and my friends, Devin
No,
and
you no pictures of Devin, no pictures of Zoe,
no Ravi?
no
Or
Ravi. Someone's been doing his homework. Uh, no, there's no sign that you ever knew them in this place.
wait. I like. I maybe. I. This is dumb. I keep having these dreams I'm some kind of a superhero. No, that's so stupid. Who would like a magical girl anime? I turn into. Oh my god! Of course. No. Okay. Where's my family? I'm gonna go look for my
Or
family.
your
They've got.
family,
Maybe. You know what? I surely they're waiting on me to make like must be brunch, right? They've got to be. I mean, the sun was shining on this. That's what they're waiting downstairs.
you
Um,
so you can actually like see can see down as you're going down the hallway that there's like a railing you can see into like an open concept. Like you can see the living room, you can see the kitchen, you can see them in the kitchen together, and it feels like you've seen this picture before. It feels familiar, and yet there's something in the corner of your this isn't like it's almost like there are two sides of your brain fighting. Uh, you know, you're trying to hear yourself think, but it's these two
No,
competing
it's
thoughts.
no, that other stuff was a bad dream.
Ah,
This is the real one. This time, this one's the real one.
Give me a survival check, and the difficulty will be your willpower.
Oh my. All right. And then I do add my essence to the die roll, yes?
No, what you do is you roll your survival check, and the difficulty to that will be your
So I
willpower.
roll
So
a D2 and try to get a 16. Yeah, I can't. Oh,
with a
with a
D, oh,
D20. What's
plus
the
your
D2
D20.
mean?
Sorry.
Oh, okay. I'm like, there's no way on earth. Um, I still
It's
I have
fine. You were
a
perfect.
I have a I have a pretty solid willpower.
Hold
So
on.
I
You
can't
also have
power.
you're
I get a
also
13.
your survivor your survivor perk applies here, so you roll with an edge.
Oh, okay. In which case, my straight roll of 16 ties plus 2, so 18. I beat it.
So you suss out that something is not right with this. All of the other events in the grid, it's almost like you were ready for it. This particular time, this particular place, whatever this is something else, and it's trying to get inside your head.
Is it Evox again? Is that
No, maybe you don't know because you've been out of
the,
touch. However, um, however, this particular this particular problem is this particular problem is more personal. It doesn't you haven't actually come across any grid creatures or any threats for what feels like at least a week. So you haven't had to fight anything. And that makes you
I mean,
suspicious of everything around you.
time is starting to melt here, but feeling like a week. What's cooking, hon?
I made your favorite, and
Oh, it better be. Oh, go ahead.
whatever is your favorite is actually there. What is your favorite to
I
have
mean,
for brunch?
it really depends on the time of day, but I'm gonna go with like chilaquiles. I mean, come on, it's like the perfect brunch or breakfast. Maybe a little
Yeah,
chorizo, and the
mm,
salsa verde.
yeah. And I've spent so much time trying to learn these recipes. Come on. And as you are walking towards the kitchen counter, uh, little little Rosa is just like, "Daddy!" And she runs up and kind of grabs your leg. Mama said we had to be
I
really quiet because you were sleeping in.
I was I
Can we
I
go to
so
the park?
desperately want to.
Can we go to the
Yeah,
park, Daddy?
You know what? I'm sure your mom messed up the chilaquiles anyway. Let's just go to the park.
Hey, I heard that. Come on. Listen, just have a bite before you go. I know Rosa can be very persuasive. We can have the rest for lunch when you get back. Just a little bite. And she comes over and she like has a spoon and she's trying to feed you. And she's like, come on, look. It didn't burn it this time.
I look into Dan's eyes, like searching for like memories to this point, searching for. I mean, I can hear a painful like tire screeching as clear as a bell, as clear as day in my head, and I'm trying to search for the memories beyond that got us here.
That's the thing. That is the other thing that sets you off, that makes you uncomfortable about this whole thing. There, there's there's nothing before memories of a wedding. Nothing prior to the two of you
It's
being
like I
20
can't
years old.
remember.
There's like no matter how hard you pull from your memories, it's just not there. And
It doesn't.
it
I mean,
disturbs
not the
you.
recipe. You. Of course, I'm sure you got that wrong, but that's not what I mean. This isn't right. Why can't I remember?
You're probably just
There's
stressed.
like a pain there. What do I do for what's my job?
Um, I'll ask you, in the perfect world, if he wasn't a ranger or anything, what would he have gone to school for? What would he have become?
Oh man, that's a rough one. Um,
What would
he'd
he have
probably be a
wanted to
scientist,
become?
he'd probably be a scientist like his parents. Like he'd have like a couple medals for like martial arts competition and stuff that got him his like helped him get his grants and stuff like that. But he wouldn't have had to go as hard into the fighting if he wasn't displaced. So he would have focused more on academia and pursued becoming a scientist like his mom and dad.
Um,
So some
Dana,
some kind of a scientist. To tie it up nicely with beast morphers, some type of like either a biologist or a zoologist. Just a nice little parallel story wise.
I love that you know to make those references. Dana just kisses you in the forehead and says, "You're just exhausted, honey. I know you've been spending a lot of time in the lab with um the research that you're doing. You know what? We can just I'll you just reheat this when you get back from the park. Go ahead and take Rosa with you and just go to the park and have some downtime. I want to
I'm
go.
gonna
I want to go.
take
I
Rosa's
want to
hand
go.
in mine.
I want to go play with Audrey. Let's go play with
I'm
Audrey.
gonna take Rosa's hand in mine firmly, and like kind of swing her around and like flip her up onto my shoulders and
Yeah.
pretend that she's too heavy to carry for a moment and like do a little bit of stumbling and then like oh. Um, be sure to
Oh,
duck under the
Daddy,
doorway and
you're so silly. um, when you get to the park, you see a strawberry blonde woman, like a reddish blonde woman, with pushing a 4-year-old 4-year-old girl on a swing, and Rosa immediately lights up and it's like, Audrey, Audrey. and the two little girls, come together. See them, they're very familiar with each other, and when you dig into your memory, uh, you find the name Sophie.
Sophie. That's not Sophie. Is that mom? The mom's Sophie.
Hey, Audrey.
Sophie?
Hey, hey, Ren. Um, Audrey's been wanting to play with her cousin all morning. She's been bothering me to go to the park. So here we are. I told
Yeah.
Dana we'd be coming around, so
Yeah,
she said you guys
Rosa
would.
pretty insistent on coming too. What can I think of what day it is? Do I know what day? Do I know if it's like a Saturday, a Sunday? Like, is that in there or?
It's a Saturday. It's a weekend.
Wonderful Saturday.
It's yeah, I know. It's great to be able to get out. I've
How's the battle axe doing?
mm, I've just been, well, I mean, I personally have been so tired, night
I know what you
shifts.
mean.
Um, you know that Sophie
Night
is a
shifts. Oh yeah,
paramedic.
yeah, night shifts. Uh, yeah, yeah, paramedics. It's got to be rough. And the old battle axe. How's the hubby these days? Is he still a
He's
bolt of personality?
still buried in the books. But
How's his
academia.
podcast going? I assume he's got a podcast. He's a
She just laughs. Does not say anything about a podcast. She just laughs like you're the funniest guy in the world. Um,
yeah.
hmm. I would like for you to roll an alertness check, uh, difficulty 17. So that's a d20 plus your alertness.
If I so would an insight specialization matter here?
Yes, it would. Absolutely.
And then regarding the insight specialization, I roll each of the relevant dice, but take the highest of the ones I would roll.
Yes.
Is that how that works then? Okay.
Yes. You also have your I would say that this is pertaining to your survivor perk, so I will say you also have an edge.
Okay, so that's either a 19 or that's the 19.
Yep. Did you roll
That would have
max
been a
on your
crit failure
d4?
otherwise.
Did you roll max on your d4?
Oh yeah, I guess I could have taken the 4 on the D4 instead of the 4 on the
Okay,
D6, right?
because
So yeah.
if it's a 4 on the d4, it is a crit. So
Okay.
this she seems really evasive in talking about her husband, which to you does not feel right at all. And it's almost like you can sense that there's something very kind of Stepford Wives off about this. For all of the
I
parts that
mean,
look super perfect to you, it's just
it's
pure
too
gut
perfect, isn't
instinct.
it?
It absolutely feels too perfect. But
Can
you
you
haven't
could you
like
watch
huh?
I'm sorry, could you watch Rosa for just 30 minutes?
Yeah, sure. don't worry. You know,
Do
I'm
I remember
I'm
where I
here.
work?
You
Like,
absolutely
do I
remember
remember
where you
where I
work.
work? Okay, I like search mode. Okay, I forgot something at the lab. I just 30 minutes.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
so
no.
sorry.
But yeah, sure. Rosa will be fine with her cousin. There, you see Rosa and Audrey just playing in the sandbox together,
I
without a care in the world.
I think to talk to Rosa and say goodbye. Like I should. I give her one last like look, and I walk at first at a normal pace, but then briskly, and then my brisk pace turns into a run and almost a flat out sprint uh toward my office. You know, hail maybe go to pull up my phone and get an Uber once I'm out of sight of the
Like,
playground.
yeah, you call a ride up to the lab, and with your with um with your crit on your insight, I'm gonna say that because you picked up on the fact that that particular version of Sophie was off, and that her husband was nowhere to be seen, and she doesn't talk about him. Like, you can start to see the cracks in this illusion, and that the answers
So I
are at
couldn't.
the lab.
Okay. Well, I couldn't say goodbye to even my illusory daughter one more time because sometimes leaning into the illusion,
It makes it
considering what
harder.
I've been through the last year, yeah, it might
One
actually
thing
be.
one thing that one thing that from your experience and from the role you just had, as much as things feel off, the harder you lean into the illusion around you, the harder it is to leave. And
I need to.
this is the first time where you've considered not leaving.
I mean, the memories are hard to process beyond this, but I know this distinct feeling of loss and pain, and and the fact that none of my friends, like, I didn't have any pictures of them. I'm gonna go to my office and start looking for like anything that resembles or notes on Evox or anything like that.
And you you enter a very sterile environment. You've got lab tables and counters, different areas for experiments, cubicles around the perimeter of where people write reports and do research. Um, you you look at you look at your own reflection in one of the windows, and you don't see the kind of older version of yourself that's in this illusion. You see a younger version of yourself.
Uh,
um I would like for you to roll a persuasion check against your willpower.
okay,
It's a d20 plus your persuasion.
gotcha.
This is my favorite trick. My old GM taught it to me. It's great. Or I learned it from my old
Okay,
GM.
so a persuasion specialization in truth.
Mm. Did you actually put it on your sheet?
Yeah, I retooled some stuff. I took out the second dot in because I just thought it was cool to persuade it to. I know it doesn't do anything to just have a D2 and a truth, but I thought it was cool to because I'm like I can
Oh, it's
specialize in truth,
perfect.
so I felt the need to specialize in truth. I don't know what having a persuasion of only a D2 was, but I want you to know that I'm specialized in truth because it's awesome.
It's not going to do anything
Like I
for
said,
you right
it's
now, but
irrelevant. No, it's irrelevant, but it is a
it's
17 total.
and your willpower
Is a
16,
16.
correct? Oh,
Beat it by
that
one.
reflection of you beckons to you, and as you're frantically searching for answers and wanting desperately to hang on to this illusion. But this version of you is this younger version of you is calling to you. You don't belong here. You don't
Where do I?
belong here.
Where do I belong? These dreams, these fragments, they're all different. The only one that stays the same is a horrible fight where I failed. I failed them all. And it wasn't just my team, it was everyone connected to by something. It's my fault.
Um, this younger version of you says, I'll show you where you belong. And he disappears from the mirror, and instead you see snapshots of Mariner Bay. You see a young man helping um, helping a little girl fight against bat-shaped creatures. You see a young woman helping a little boy who's stuck in his house open a door, helping wounded civilians. See see a golden blonde woman taking notes, looking into a room of people training. See snapshots of people you don't recognize. There is one person you see that you do recognize, and he is walking out of a building you recognize in Coral Harbor as Grid Battle Force.
Oh, I know that place. It's one of the last places I saw before here, right? Are the
You're
memories starting to actually kind of dislodge a little bit?
absolutely at this point, you there's that emotional desire to stay, but you are now fully cognizant of the fact that this is just
No.
an illusion. None of this is real. And the
What
feelings of loss and despair come flooding back.
what are you trying to teach me? Like I like punched my own reflection.
You shatter the glass, but there's a disembodied. You hear your younger self, like disembodied voice that just says, I'm teaching you about hope. I'm teaching you about resilience. You need to find your way back.
Show me how. I I can't fail anyone else.
there is a glowing yellow light that um, comes out of the broken glass before you can even think your next thought. You're enveloped by white light, and it's blinding. You cannot see anything, and when the light clears, the first person you see is Ryan, and
Ah,
you look around and you recognize that you are now in Coral Harbor.
outside of the former headquarters.
Yeah, it's the Grid Battle Force headquarters, and Ryan is there,
I
and
have
you
a
see
very
Devin as
important
well. They are
question.
walking out. Mhm.
Before my reaction, I have a very important question. Are my clothes currently red or a different color? So everyone knows.
No, you're fully actually no. You know what I'm gonna say? You are dressed in black with like red accents. Like,
Oh, okay. That's
you're a you're in full on goth mode right now. You're like dark
perfect.
edgelord
Yeah, of
boy.
course. Yeah, hell yeah, awesome. I even have like a cool
And
scarf and like some wearing some Solaveres, you know.
you're absolutely
Suck it,
edgelord
Doc
safe.
Martin. Yeah, all right.
Oh my
Um,
god. So so Ryan,
So
when the light
the
when the light
yes,
hits after your disastrous meeting,
like,
the light, and it's really bright when the light
am I
disappears.
am I still able to morph?
You're absolutely able to morph. The
um,
Zord. The only thing the
Then
only thing that
as soon as that mystery light, 2 minutes
frenemy
pass.
battle.
There's something, there's some weird light source appearing. Yeah, and I'm just immediately like titanium power.
oh no. I did not expect PvP. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so
No, can't you see the green arrow above my head? Like,
it's a okay, so here's what
sorry.
happens.
Go ahead.
The light appears. Ryan morphs, so he also gets wrapped in light. All of the light disappears. Ren, in his 21-year-old body, is now standing in front of a morphed titanium ranger. That is the situation right
And
now.
Devin's still there?
Yeah, and Devin's also
Okay.
there.
I'm gonna walk past the Titanium Ranger. I'm just gonna walk past the Titanium Ranger and be like, "Holy shit, you lived, Devin!" Or like, "Holy
Yeah,
shit, you're still alive!"
yeah. Where the heck were you? I had to take your place, man. I thought you were dead.
I thought I was too. Wait, why are you wearing red? Sorry, meta humor too much.
Like I said, man, I'm the one who had to take your place.
Okay, sorry, you
What?
disappeared for a minute.
Okay, wait. Do I have to refresh something? Sorry, are we good? Okay. Yeah, so Ryan,
Yeah.
you hear Devin
No, I'm just like,
and
What the
holy
hell's
Ren.
shit.
going on?
Okay, what's with the whole like edgelord goth boy situation, bro? Like, this isn't working for you, man. Look,
I don't know. I do kind of like the more tussled. I like the kind of got out of bed recently hair look though. That's
Okay,
gotta
listen.
say.
So,
I'm a,
What's
I'm
the
assuming we're not under threat right now.
no. It's fine. It's fine. We're good.
wait? What's with the
Power down.
silver? Oh no, titanium power. Right. We had a silver ranger. I mean, no biggie. I guess
Cool.
titanium's good.
Yeah. Do you
Wait,
guys?
so if you're
Is this your missing ranger?
red, s- I,
He was thought he was dead. He was gone for 2 years.
2 years.
That's
Oh fuck.
2021.
I thought I was in heaven or hell or something. I think I might have been in the grid. It,
Did you survive?
Question.
you ever get like, you ever have like a dream and then you just kind of wake up from it into another dream?
There's one thing. Actually,
Wait.
Ryan, Ryan, roll an alertness check, perception. I guess you too, Ren, to see if you notice something on your person that wasn't there before.
I'm about to actually start questioning this reality too, by the way. I'm like Devin lived. Listen.
They were fine. Blaze and Roxy were not fine. They're fine now, but they had a little dark avatar problem with them for a couple of years.
23.
Ryan, you
Yeah.
alertness
rolling out there?
perception. Alertness perception.
Okay. And this system is interesting. 15.
You both. So Ryan clocks it first. There's a wristband with a dark purple and black device on your dominant wrist. I don't know if he's left-handed or not. Okay.
Right-handed.
Okay. Ryan
And
notices it
it's
first,
obviously
but then
not the beast morpher.
no, it does not look like anything to do with Red Battle Force. You can infer that when Devin said, "I took your place," you can infer that because it's not red. It's not. It's not anything to do with Red
Crap.
Battle Force.
I'm the emo ranger. I like look down. Like I look like crap. I'm the emo
Sorry,
ranger.
did you say Elmo Ranger? Oh no, emo.
Emo.
Sorry, my
Emo.
emo. Right. Sorry.
Oh.
Mute yourself, James.
I suppose I'll have to tell.
Love that. That's great.
I guess I'll tell Sophie I've been replaced.
You know, the
then.
last time I talked to Sophie, she was upset with the status of your relationship. You grew up, by the way.
You?
Yeah, I'd recognize that scowl anywhere. You're Danner's older brother. Lorenzo?
Lori?
Ren? I hated that even when I was a kid, and now I'm old enough to drink, I guess. I say like gesturing at Devon. 2 years.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. So what happened? Did we win?
Wow.
No, we didn't win.
We won. I mean, you know,
And
this
Mariner,
we got the good
Go ahead.
ending, bro. Got the good ending, bro.
And
You did.
Mariner Bay.
I mean,
I
it's still
saw
there.
some stuff before I'm trying to like search for my memories and like trace them back to the car crash, and like I'm doing that thing.
Oh, at that point, it's there. It's all there. It's interspersed with like fuzzy, weird memories that aren't yours. But no, the memories that are yours, you know that they're there now.
This has got to be it then. This is well. Make up a cutesy version of Ryan, but quite frankly, your name is just too boring to make up something silly out of. I think I'm supposed to go back with you to Mariner Bay as your emo ranger.
Well, we are building a new team. I guess we can see what you can do. I had no idea you got recruited to any team.
Oh yeah, I was the Red Ranger, I say, looking at Devon. But Ravi, we fought. They tried to attack the grid directly, and Ravi didn't make it, did he?
He's fine. No.
What?
No, but the other Blue Ranger before Ravi, yeah, there was a whole incident with evil avatars. They're fine now. Like it's cool now. We've sorted that out. We've had 2 years. It's okay, man. Okay.
Gotcha. Well,
I mean, yeah, obviously you're welcome to.
I don't think I have.
The captain would be happy to see you.
I don't
So
think I really have
sure.
a choice, honestly, after what I just saw. Kept seeing. Things are about to.
Sounds like you've got a lot to unpack.
I don't know a lot to tell you. Things are about to get worse. If the grid can be trusted. I mean, of course it can be trusted, right?
There is
But
something
it'll
that
get.
stands out to you in your
We hope.
mind
Yeah. Worth.
because you remember something distinct from the incident. You will see her again on her 20th birthday.
Well,
That's coming up real soon.
well, things will get worse, but I also think they're going to get a lot better too. But what I do know is we're going to see her again on her 20th birthday. Dana.
Wait, hold on. What? What do you know?
I know that she's coming back. And I know she survived.
Yeah.
There's
Do you
something
know
else.
how?
There's something else that. There's something else that you know. She won't be the same. Recognize her.
Of course I'll recognize her. I like actually say arguing with the remnants of the grid in my mind. Of course I'll recognize her. How could I not? She was my best friend, maybe more.
Yeah, no, you were trying really hard to deny.
Don't know.
You're trying really hard to deny the warnings of the grid. That's what they are. They're warnings.
No, I can't. Yeah, that didn't work out so good in the grid, did it? I don't think her 20th birthday is going to be a party.
Yeah, no, not for us. Maybe for her.
You mentioned.
Hopefully not for her.
You mentioned getting a new team together. Might want to speed that up.
Yeah, a couple.
Oh.
Devin, how about that Morphex? Sounds like we're gonna need it desperately.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do I get
Sure.
points for your friend having come back from the dead?
I mean,
Lost in
listen,
the grid, come back
I
from the
didn't,
dead. Yeah. Wait,
I didn't realize you guys knew each
maybe I'm
other.
some kind of a ghost ranger. Some kind of a
Stop trying
A
eh,
phantom?
no, like a phantom, maybe like a wraith, some sort of like undead
All right.
lich
And
ranger.
They're
no,
called phantoms.
canceled. I'm
I've
gonna turn this stream right around. No. Devin says, okay, you know what? We'll make arrangements, and I will have a proper shipment tomorrow sent out to Mariner Bay. We'll work it out. I just have to, you know, red tape, paperwork. I gotta handle all that. I gotta do things properly now.
sure.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
the boring. You sound like a. That doesn't sound like an adolescent with a attitude at all. That sounds like a boring ass adult.
21,
Just
and I got promoted to commander of Grid Battle Force. It had to
just
have
hook a brother
happened.
up for old time's sake.
Mm. Look, I can get it to Mariner Bay by
It's
tomorrow.
fine.
That's the
We
best
have a
I
few
can do.
days at least. We have to build a team.
All right, right.
I gotta find 4 other people who are dumb enough to
Dumb
well,
enough.
all
The
right.
hell happened to you?
I lost 2. 3. I can't remember above
Three.
table. We lost 2. 2 died, 3 died?
Oh, you lost 3.
3, yeah. Okay.
Well, maybe you need to work on that little. Maybe you should be the emo ranger.
I'm
Was until
dead.
you walked in.
And like, if you want to succeed with whatever's coming, you're
Alright.
gonna need to have a little more faith, brother.
You're probably not wrong. Well, get let's get back to Mariner Bay to
Um,
Are you still driving that Dodge Neon?
me, my dad. I no, we have Hummer now. It's a whole thing.
That's kind of lame, actually. What's your dad compensating for?
Uh, giving his daughter to demons.
I mean, I think that'd be more of a Mustang move then.
um, you guys drive to Mariner Bay. Brian, you know that you have been given a day for this meeting, right? So it's like I'd imagine Coral Harbor's not that far away from Mariner Bay. So you yeah, it takes you like a couple
Yeah,
of
we
hours
we
to
spend the
drive.
drive, fill each other in on some stuff.
And determine exactly what each other
I'll catch a
know,
ray
like
on
off
Dana of
stream.
it all. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I bury my sadness behind more awkward awkward humor, like just bad jokes and awkward humor the whole car ride home to hide how deeply depressed I actually am.
There is a call that comes through.
Same.
Um, there's a call that comes through and says, "Hey, sweetheart, how's the big meeting?" And it just fills the car because it's It's on Bluetooth.
Holy shit! The grid didn't lie about your marriage. Just talking to her, except weirder
but
and
thank you.
more android wanting to kill me vibe. But hey, Sophie.
That's okay.
Remind me again, Andrew.
Sophie,
Does
Lori, Sophie.
Hey, hi.
It's Ren.
Do I know
Lorenzo.
you? It's been a while, hasn't
I thought
it?
did we know each other? I thought we did. Or no, didn't I?
Well, if
No,
you didn't,
no, I didn't know her directly, but I met her in the grid now. So yes, I kind of know her. That's
have we
That's
met?
weird at all. Yeah.
well, no, we haven't met, but I met you in
No, this.
a different place, time, reality. It's hard to explain.
Do you remember? I told you the story, the accident, the other kid in the car, Lorenzo.
Yeah. Oh.
This is yeah.
Oh.
Turns out that he was Grid Battle Force Red, fell in a grid hole, and just popped back out, and is now kind of emo.
I gotta help you stop the
But he's got a
apocalypse
morpher.
I gotta help you stop the apocalypse when my best friend comes back for her 20th birthday as a demon.
Yeah.
No biggie.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a whole thing. Yeah. Anyway.
So, what's up, babe? Beyond that.
No, I just wanted to see how you were doing and make sure you got back for the debrief. Also, yeah. At some point, I'm gonna need a ride to the space station. My parents wanna hang out. You can. You mind if I borrow the Max Solar Zord, maybe?
Sure. Nope.
Okay.
Where the keys are.
All
Just
right.
lend out your swords like it's your father's convertible, huh? That one, like, really old movies, Mr. Bueller's Day Off, huh?
Anyway,
That old people watch?
Who needs a convertible when you have a space train?
Yeah, debriefs in 30.
I wonder if I have a space train.
Also, I think Fairweather's managed to get the rail rescues online, so that's exciting. Anyway, I will see you soon.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the debrief, you guys enter a room. Do you for Ren's benefit, do you try to just kind of I don't know, stay low key and not get recognized, or are you just kind of whatever? There's
Try
exactly
to not get recognized.
there's exactly one person in this building that would recognize you or that would care that you're here. What, like, Dad also works in this building.
Oh yeah, fuck him. I'm gonna pull my hood up and like put my hands in my like hoodie pockets,
Oh, I had. Oh my god, I had this thought that you were wearing like a vest with a hood, like straight up Jedi shit, like.
No, I'd imagine it more like the what are they called, asymmetric hoodie coat things, like the more of that like sort of urban chic style. I actually own one. I could pull it out, but it's asymmetrical, wrapped around like the hoodie. I definitely obviously would be wearing like some form of skinny jean that's been de-stressed with my Solaveres out. Like,
you know what?
I have like weird off black faded black looking clothes because it's not quite Black Ranger black, right? It's Phantom Ranger black with purple accents and stuff.
Yeah. So do me a
And
favor.
I look like a somehow even hotter Zolo from Cobra Kai.
So you have slightly more muscles.
Yeah, he's a little bit more
He's a
filled
little more
out, like form of
beefed up.
Solo.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what I would like for you is to roll a infiltration check, and that will set the difficulty for how hard it would be for people to notice you. Write that down. So for future reference, we're in this building. Just set me a difficulty. How hard is it to
Right.
notice Ren?
It's gonna be a 17.
Okay. I'm writing that down for future reference. May not be a problem now, but it might be a problem later. Love that. Circle back around to that problem later. Okay. The debrief is standard stuff. You tell your father that the Morphex is coming tomorrow. You've awkwardly succeeded in
By
your
the
mission.
way, look what I found.
You're gonna tell your dad that he's back. That's a choice, but he's just
Way to
like,
blow my cover. Just like that, huh?
no,
Just like
no,
that.
no. He goes
I mean,
into
if
the
you join the
meeting.
team, the captain's again
No, he goes
with
into the
my
meeting.
father.
He goes into the meeting without you, so you hide out.
Yeah.
Like Sophie
Oh, yeah.
takes you into like
Okay.
an office, into her office, or whatever. And so
I do
while
definitely mention it in the debrief, though. Yeah.
do you tell Ren that you told your dad? Because he
I don't see
wasn't
why
there.
he would, like, in particular.
I mean,
Let him find out when the captain's like, "Oh, are you our sixth ranger?" Amazing. Okay. No, the important part of this meeting is what happened. Well, that meeting over, the important part of the evening is when uh you you head to Sophie's office. You left Ren there to hang out, and they've been talking. He is regaling her with weird grid stories that she's just smiling and nodding about.
No, I'm trying to play the role of like of brooding now in the corner. I'm like, sorry, I would
brooding
be
in
more
the
personable, but
okay, so you're
emo
brooding in the
ranger.
corner now. She is
gotta get in character.
she's in she has a stack of files of different like colors, and it's coded. And she just looks up at you, Ryan, when you walk in, and she says, "It's time."
I assumed. Yeah.
Yeah. So she says, "Have a seat, and we'll talk about this, and we'll figure it out." And that is where we'll end the session tonight. Thank you very much for going on that wild ride with us. Prologues are fun. I am the queen of setups. We'll see if the follow through hits. We're gonna go around the table and do outros. We're gonna start backwards with Andrew.
Hello, I'm Andrew. I am streamer here on Twitch, so you can find me on tomorrow on my own channel on MR_Mephisto playing Vampire the Masquerade. Second City Blues. It is a continuation of my Endless Elegy sort of metaverse. Yeah, so I do that. I variety stream. I love all things spooky. I try to rule the world with my powers of bipolar disorder, friendship, and love. So yeah, and I've been playing Ren Velasquez, the Phantom Ranger.
Excellent.
Glory.
And then we'll go to Sophia.
Hi everyone, yeah, I am Sophia, also known as Nerdy Titty. You can find me on Twitter and Blue Sky at Nerdy Titty, and I am a Chancellor, CEO, founder of Nerds with Dice. Come hang out with us tomorrow night for the finale of Monster of the Week, the house that M built. We have Knight, an Arthurian style game on Friday night, and Saturday night is the second episode of season 2 of Mass the Puzzle Project. Come join our wonderful players and GMs for that. Wednesday night, you can come hang out with me here for Power Rangers Monster Force, and then next Tuesday I'll be on Lost Caravan. And for more stuff coming out, check Twitter.
All right. And next we have James.
You can find me on X at Dutch Roscoe, online with Twitch. I will be your forever viewer. I will be in your chats as Mr. Man. I had streamed before, but real life, I don't stream very much, but I'm hoping that this will get me right back into it again. I've been playing Jack, who eventually will be one of the Rangers. I'll leave the color as a little bit of a mystery and surprise to you. Uh, but otherwise, glad to have you as viewers, and thank you very much for being here on our first stream.
And of course, last but not least, Michael.
Yes, I have been Michael. I have been Rachel, your ex emo ranger. And you can find me online at Sub-Zero Jalapeno. On Twitter, I have a beacons where you can find me at places doing things, or even just tomorrow night where I'll be a different kind of sad boy with this sad boy here, running the game, running some vampire.
Hi, I'm Ann. This is my channel. Shoutouts to Rudo in chat. I just saw that you came around. Thanks for coming around, bro. This is my channel. I am really starting to ramp up the content here. As far as this channel goes, Wednesday evening, 8 p.m. Eastern, Power Rangers Monster Force. I will be playing Trixie, the Red Ranger, who is she is something else. She is sunshine and bubblegum and hype. Um, oh yeah, and tomorrow I am also going to be playing Vampire with Andrew. Sure, he has lots of fun stuff in store for me. I feel like this is going to be a little bit of a war of attrition, who gets who first.
I've already
Monday,
won. What are you talking about?
Monday.
Sorry, go on.
I'm just saying Monday comes before Tuesday. Okay, I'm always gonna have one. I'm always gonna be one shot ahead of you.
That just means I get my
No,
revenge if you hurt my character. Like,
I
sorry,
only
go on.
hurt. I only hurt her. I only hurt Ren emotionally. There's nothing I can do about him physically. Um. Anyway. Yeah. Oh, also on Tuesday, before I play Vampire, I'm also featured at 1 p.m. Eastern time on the Adventurers League playing Kids on Brooms. Penny Chase is a whole lot of crazy. She's a lot. She is a reliable bestie who aggressively hates bullies. She bullies the bullies. It's a whole thing.
One
And
as
she yeah, she's a lot. So it's crazy magic teenager and then vampire. Oh, hot girl with a shotgun. That's my Tuesday. And then back here for more Power Rangers. So we are gonna go on a raid. We are gonna go visit my friend Faye over at Wild Witch RP. We're gonna watch a little D&D with them. They are an awesome storyteller, and just remember, there are awesome people telling a story behind the screen. Make sure y'all give them the same love and respect that you've given us tonight. And I'll see you on the next adventure. Have a good night. Stick around for the raid. Bye. Hey, you know what would help? If I knew where the button was for my ending screen. Good night, everyone.